Greetings, boils, ghouls, and all of the macabre manner of being, and welcome back to the Oxlayer for yet another video. For today's topic, we're going to be taking a look at another snack item, I guess you could say. Because, obviously, it's spooky season, and my camera just freaked out. I almost went into the void again. That was sort of scary. So, it's spooky season, and it's the time of spooky-themed Feastables, not the Mr. Beast candy bars. I'm talking about food. Just snacks and candies and cookies and cakes and all that jazz that are all spooky season themed. And contained within this bag are two different kinds of cookies that were specifically made for this time of year. Without further delay, if it wasn't evidenced by the title, which should be right down here, we're going to be tasting this year's limited edition Oreos for the Halloween season, the Boo-Reos, if you will, which have 6 spooky Halloween designs on them. And apparently, this packaging glows in the dark. At least that's what it says right there. That will be interesting to see. And the other thing in the bag, I will wait to show that one off, because I want to talk about the designs, the 6 spooky designs for this year. We've got a haunted house, we have a witch's hat, we have a standard skull, we have a werewolf baying at the moon, and it looks very reminiscent, vaguely reminiscent of the cover of the Werewolf of Fever Swamp. Good Goosebumps book. I can talk, I swear I can. Then we have a zombie hand reaching up out of the ground in front of a tombstone. And then we have a jack-o'-lantern. Speak of the devil. They're all very interesting designs. And would you cut it out? Off screen over here, we have my sister again. And she's laughing her backside off because I said that one word weird. But anyway, on the back we have this scan and save a code thing. So if any of you want to scan that and see what it does, be my guest. But like I said before, it also announces here that it has 6 spooky Halloween designs with orange-colored cream. Same taste. Now let's see on the back here, the datos de nutrition, or the nutrition facts, as it were. There are about 18 servings per this container, and serving size is 2 cookies or 29... Excuse me, we just finished dinner before this. 2 cookies or 29 grams. And the amount of calories per your 2 cookie, 29 gram serving is 140. Now let's see. The total fat, 9%, 7 grams. Saturated fat, trans fat. There's 0 trans fats, which I'm told is good. Sodium is 90 milligrams, which makes up 4% of the total product. And the total sugars are 13 grams, which includes 13 grams of added sugars, which makes 26% of the total product. Now, because I'm curious, let's see here. Does it contain... why can't I think of that? That red number 5. The bad one. Fructose corn syrup, leavening, baking soda, and/or calcium phosphate, salt, soy lecithin, yellow number 6, lake, chocolate, artificial flavor, yellow 5, lake. It does not appear to contain red number 5. I can't remember the word in the middle. It's the one that I'm apparently allergic to, the one that makes me giggle like an idiot. But regardless, it's good that it's not in there, because what I just said. So without further delay, I'm going to show off the front of the packaging one more time, because I like the carved jack-o'-lantern look. and how they inverted the image on the back from the image on the front. On this one, it's pumpkin, cookie, pumpkin. And on the back, it's cookie, pumpkin, cookie. Now then, let's rip it open and taste the goodies inside. Ooh, that is a pleasant orange that they got going on in there. Now, as I usually do, there we go, got a plate right over there from when we just had our dinner. I'm going to try and find all 6 of the designs within this packaging. And then after that, I guess we'll partake in some. And when that time comes, we have some nice big mugs of milk. Like, look at that compared to my head. That is a big cup. And let it be known I have a fairly big head. Now then. Let's see, we're looking for the haunted house, the witch's hat, the skull, the werewolf, the zombie hand going rah, and the jack-o'-lantern. What's going to be the first one? What is going to be the first one? That is going to be the werewolf. I like it. I like it. And then, at random, let's grab from this tray. We have the skull. Oh, there we go. So that's 2 out of 6 so far. We got 4 more to find. I'm still haunted by that stupid Mario Oreos where I had to get a second pack to get, I think it was the star. That was so dumb. Oh, here we go. We got the haunted house. That's 3 out of 6. We're halfway there, folks. All right, so now we just need the witch's hat, the jack-o'-lantern, and the zombie hand. So, we've got old Jack. There he is, grinning maliciously as always. All right, 4 out of 6. 2 more to go. We just need the zombie hand and the other one. The zombie hand and the witch's hat. Let's see here. We've got the witch's hat, folks. 5 out of 6. Just need 1 more. There we have it. All 6. Although this zombie hand the cookie is kind of broken, so I'm going to put that one back and see if I can't find a cookie in better shape. So let's see. The haunted house again. Just so you can all see that I'm not pulling your leg. The skull again. Okay, that's the end of that sleeve on that side. Okay, push all these cookies back the other way. Double check that first one. We got ourselves another skull. We've got ourselves another haunted house. What is this last one? It is another skull. You know, just to be on the safe side, so I don't forget that it's in this row, I'm going to take the zombie hand on the broken cookie and set that on the plate, because that might be the only one in the packaging, and knowing my luck, it's probably the only one in the packaging. Now, let's see. Could it be the zombie hand? Nope, another haunted house. We're on to a different row of cookies, folks. Now, let's see. Zombie hand? Nope, another skull. All right, now, come on, zombie hand. Oh, it's the werewolf. I was holding it weird, and I was like, what is that thing? All right, now, zombie hand. Nope, another skull. Okay, come on now. And zombie hand. Nope, jack-o'-lantern. All right, that's the first half of that row of cookies now out of the way. Another werewolf. All right, now come on, zombie hand. Another werewolf. And I'm coughing. And wheezing. I'm becoming a Pokemon. Wheezing. And then we have another werewolf. All right, come on, zombie hand. Nope, another jack-o'-lantern. I will find another zombie hand, hopefully in this packaging. This one was turned the wrong way around, but it's another werewolf. Come on now. And zombie hand. Yes! We got ourselves a second zombie hand, folks. So this is the one I'm going to put on the plate. And the broken one is, well, I'm going to eat it. So double check myself. Line these things up in order. Okay, haunted house, check. Witch's hat, check. Skull, check. Then we've got the werewolf, check. The zombie hand, check. And the jack-o'-lantern. All right. Okay, let's just arrange these like the Olympic rings. It's the only way they're going to fit on this plate. Close enough. Now, so I'm not going to be an idiot, I'm going to lean the camera down so you can see. There we have them. And don't mind the crumbs on the plate. Like I said, we just finished our meal not too long ago, and I'm just reusing this plate out of convenience. All right, sibling, pick your cookie. And we hold it up so they can see you take the cookie.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Gesundheit.
Thank you.
All right, now let's see. She took the witch's hat, and I'm going to save the zombie hand for last. So I'm going to jump straight on into the haunted house. Aha. There's an orange cream filling. Now for my handy-dandy mug of milk. She has one as well, but she won't be able to see it unless she brings it in frame to like clink it or something. If that's what she wishes to do. Is that what you wish to do?
Oh, I wish.
Oh, she wished she was an Oscar Mayer wiener, 'cause that is what she truly like to be. 'Cause if she were an Oscar Mayer wiener, then everyone would be in love with she. All right. Now then, we dip the cookie, and we wait. 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, and... All those tasty, tasty preservatives. All right. Now, moving on to the second package of cookies. Because yes, this other item we're going to be tasting is in fact a cookie. Set these over here. Still contained within this shopping bag are the Stranger Things limited edition Chewy Chips Ahoy with the red insides in the middle. Which also happens to have one of those QR scan code things, so if I can get it on screen well enough, and if you want to, go ahead and use the QR code. There's a second one on the back. And there we go. If you can get that to work, more power to you. So now let's see. Netflix Stranger Things, which is a series that I unfortunately have not seen a single episode of, but I've seen clips on YouTube, so there's that. I know it exists, and I know that there's a girl named Eleven who has psychic powers who also gets nosebleeds, at least in the early seasons. And there's also this totally 80s guy who plays guitar, has like a jean jacket and It's like, totally cool, dude, doing totally cool stuff. But anyway, yeah, you can tell I know next to nil about the show other than like what I just said. And it's the Upside Down is basically an alternate reality version of the 1980s, which is the reason why they brought back stuff like New Coke. Yeah. So anyway, and I just spoiled what the flavor of the filling is, but I'm not going to spoil it for you unless it says it on the front of the packaging, which it does not seem to do. But then again, I might have showed it when I was showing off the QR code because it's right there. All right, so getting on to the nutrition facts, the datos de nutrition, as it were. 9 servings, there are about 9 servings per container, and the serving size, like with the Oreos, is 2 cookies, or 31 grams. With the Oreos, it was 29, I believe I just said. And let's see, total fat, 6 grams, saturated fat, 3.5 grams, which makes up 18% of this thing. 0 trans fats, which again, I'm told that's a good thing, so yay. There's no cholesterol, that's definitely a yay. 110 milligrams of sodium, which makes up 5% of this, and total sugars, which are 12 grams, which include 12 added grams of sugar for 24% of the total product. Now then, now that I've rambled long enough, I wanted to comment on the packaging. One thing I like about the packaging is the fact that it's got like the usual, it's like the Stranger Things universe is kind of burning through the center of it, but it's got like the regular Chips Ahoy stuff on the sides. I also saw that there's apparently like limited edition retro packaging for some of these, which is the Stranger Things logo over the retro packaging. On the one hand, I like it for the retro aesthetic. On the other hand, you know, you could have just put like some branding in the corner saying it was the retro edition or something. You didn't have to do this over the retro packaging. But I digress. And it's been a while since I've had a chewy Chips Ahoy cookie, or a Chips Ahoy cookie in general, so this is going to be nice. Now we open up the flap like with the Oreos, and hopefully don't spill these all over the floor. Okay. Ooh, they smell good.
Ooh, that's nice.
Very nice. All right, let's put the bag on the floor so I can set this down on the couch. Yep, they feel nice and soft. See if I can squish through it with my fingers. It's like very tough Play-Doh. But you can see right there that, whoa, I put one hell of a dimple in the middle of that thing. All right, so the main draw with these is that they've got that red filling. So let's go ahead and try and show that off. I just dropped a chocolate chip on the floor. No, you don't. You go over here. Anyway, let's try and show off the red filling. Ooh, that is a nice effect right there in the dead center. Have a looky-loo.
Uh-huh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bink. To your health, everyone. Oh. Red 40. That's what I was trying to remember. Not red number 5. Red 40. And that was the thing I did not check for on this packaging. Yep, Red 40 Lake. That is quite good. Now to give the reveal, the strip of red in the middle is strawberry flavored. So these are chocolate strawberry chocolate chip cookies. They're very tasty. So, when it comes to these items that I just tried, which I'm not being sponsored to say any of what I'm about to say, I do recommend them. You know, in proper doses. Like the Oreos, the fact that those don't contain red 40, big ups to them. At the Mondelez, Mondelez, however you say that. Big ups to them on not having the red 40 in there. And the Stranger Things cookies, they are good. If you're a fan of the flavors of chocolate and strawberry combined, I have a feeling you're going to like these. With that said, folks, I recommend both of them, but the Stranger Things Netflix Chewy Chips Ahoy cookies, as you can see right there in red, they are limited edition. So if you can find them this late in the season, I recommend them. If you can't, then, well, I'm sure they're selling them somewhere online. But with that said, I'm going to wrap things up here by saying a hearty thank you to each and every single one of you out there watching. I do truly and greatly appreciate it from the bottom of my cold little black heart. If you like what you've seen here today, you all know the drill. Feel free to like, comment, and share this content with your friends if you think they'd like them. But with all of that out of the way, this is your old pal Oxleymations, and
Sister.
saying, viewers beware, and subscribe if you dare. Later.